at this day, for it is life, the very life of life. For yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and tomorrow, a vision of hope. Look well, therefore, to this day. Let me start with a very simple situation. What is a typical response when someone at home calls us? 1 minute, 2 minutes, coming, mom, right? Do people have to sometimes call us more than once? Yes. Does that mean that we are lazy or we don't care? No. Then why? I think it is because we all take time for granted. We believe that nothing in life is going to change suddenly, and we will always have enough time to complete the task or to catch up if it is delayed. Alas, life is not so simple. We miss showing someone that we care till it is too late. Either our friend has moved away, or our loved one is not there, or that moment and opportunity has passed. Our response is also due to our priorities. If we think it is important enough, we do it immediately, howsoever difficult the task may be. Else, we always have reasons. Not excuses, but reasons. As Charles Dickens says, never do tomorrow what you can do today, for procrastination is the thief of all time. Why am I saying all this? Well, over the past 9.5 years, since June 2010, when I was first diagnosed, I have had 85 sessions of chemotherapies, 2 major surgeries, over 5 relapses to treat a disease called ovarian cancer. And as we speak today, I'm undergoing my 86th session in this 38th cycle of my chemotherapy. Now, there are a couple of ways of looking at it. With horror and pity, oh my God, poor girl, with a lot of sympathy, if not empathy. Or the way I look at it now, bring it on. We will do whatever it takes. I am not going to give up. After all, it's just a few thousand cells from the trillions of cells in my body which are running rogue and not obeying the orders of my immune system. And most important, being grateful. Grateful for the life, for the opportunities to deal with the relapses, and for all the blessings. The disease was diagnosed in the last stage, grade 4. Practically, medically, there was very little hope of making it beyond 2012, and practically none beyond 2015. Yet, here I am, in November 2019, humbled and blessed to be standing before you. Life surprises us even when things are going exactly the way we want. The year 2010 was similar for us. Annus mirabilis. My son had got admission in 3 of the most prestigious schools of the country, and we had a problem of plenty. I was offered a fantastic job. My husband's career was going well, and everyone around me was happy and healthy. What more could I have asked for? It still sends shivers down my spine when I recall that fateful day when I was told that the sudden bloating of my stomach is due to ascites, basically fluids in the body. This was no stomach bug, not acidity, not gastric. It was cancer. I was devastated. All I could see was my world falling apart. Why me? Will I live? What will happen to my 5-year-old son and my family when I'm not there? I'm far too young to be getting this terminal illness. How can God be so cruel? I was only crying and sobbing. While there is no harm in crying, crying by itself does not take you anywhere. We have to take action. Life, which we all take for granted, had suddenly become the most important thing for me. I wanted to survive, just survive. I was very scared. I did not know how to deal with the situation. And before I could come to terms with it, my treatment had already started. I was put on a very aggressive and a novel form of treatment, which required weekly chemotherapies for 9 weeks. If I could sustain it, then a major surgery. And if I recuperated well, then 9 more weeks of chemotherapies. The restrictions on moving, on going out, on meeting people, on eating outside food, doing daily chores were very tough to endure. I was shattered when I had hair fall. Though I would put up a brave front and would flaunt all my fancy wigs, inside I was crestfallen. I wanted to run away from all this. The journey from Rapunzel to Della was very, very traumatic. Today, I am not bothered about what my hair looks like during the treatment. While how I look is important, it does not define me. There is more to us than just our physical appearance. In November 2010, I was declared disease-free. So, statistically, for most of the grade 4 ovarian cancer patients, there is a relapse within first 12 months. And for remaining, within next 24 months. The life expectancy beyond 5 years is practically zero. In 2012, my blood test showed a recurrence. Like the Terminator, the disease was back. I was broken, as I was hoping that the disease is behind me. Why me again? I have already gone through hell and have emerged out battered, bruised, yet alive and kicking. Then why again? In all this, I learned a couple of important lessons. First, we should only bother about things which are in our control and not bother about things which are beyond our sphere of control. So, in an exam, or in a sports field, or in an art performance, your performance is in your control. You should give your best and never give up. I also learned that while pain is unavoidable, suffering is optional. I choose not to suffer. Life will throw many situations wherein you will not know what to do, how to deal with it. In such situations, go for it. Take the grind, bear the pain, but choose not to suffer. Suffering, just like happiness, is a state of mind. People often ask me how I bear all this. How can I be so normal? Sometimes even I wonder how. One thing that has seen me through so far is faith. If not my occasionally dwindling faith, then on the faith of all those around me and my well-wishers. If not on my gods, then on the power of their prayers to their gods. Faith has made me reconcile with the situation and deal with it better every time. So, keep up your faith. Never let your fears be bigger than your faith. I also learned that life will throw many challenges. So whenever there is a challenge in your life, accept it, acknowledge it, give your best, learn the lessons, and move on, rather than brooding over it. Life consists not in holding good cards, but in playing those cards that we hold well. Another thing that I learned was cancer made me very positive. Positive does not mean that you have to be happy all the time. If you feel the need to vent out your emotions, please do so. We have to understand that not every negative can be converted into a positive. In such situations, face it. Take the grind again and bear it. But do not give up. In the end, I just want to say that there is no miracle cure for anything in life. Good things come to those who believe. Better things come to those who are patient. And best things comes to those who don't give up. Thank you.